Hello everybody, today we are gonna make an equipment guide for new players that have yet to reach the last levels in Tree of Savior. Let's say you have crafted your new Eclipse Barn equipment and want to make it stronger to play in the higher leagues. First of all, you will need to refine it. We are going to it for each cape of equipment. First of all, refinement. It is pretty easy. You will just need to go to an Interment chart and buy anvils. You can then use them to up the refinement of your equipment. For example, plus 16, plus 11. It will require only money and a pretty fair share of luck. Up to plus 5 it can fail, but after that it gets increases chances to fail, and if it fails you lose 1 plus and 1 potential. For example, this bow is now at out of potential from 12. If you try to refine with that potential and fail, the equipment gets broke and disappears. You can use golden anvils that will not break the equipment if it fails at when they are out of potential. You will need also the potential to open the sockets for gems. You can do it in any blacksmith. It is pretty expensive with socket management. Of course I can't put no. You can also start gems. They will lose 1 gem level. You can use golden anvils to try to get safely to plus 11. Since if they fail, they will reduce the refinement 1 level or up to 10, whatever is higher. And here we have next part is Transcendence. You will need blessed gems for it. You can get them crafting 10 blessed stars in 1 blessed gem with a recipe in the items merchant. Or you can get up to 5 daily using the Jeston Feus shop. You can buy 5, it is 5,000 mercenary badges. How to get mercenary badges? You can do it playing Jeston Feus. You can get it easily 5,000 daily. You can do also uphill. Uphill very hard mode, and if you do the bonus stage, will give 40,000 mercenary badges, more than enough to buy all the badges that you need weekly, and with a little extra. You can do also Bernicle Dungeon and get badges depending of the stage that you reach. For Bernicle, you just only go to Oracle Master. This is also weekly content. Tell me about the other dimension. Si tú entras in the other dimension to get and claim last week rewards if you participated. For example, last week I ended 4th in stage 74 and I did get 20,000 mercenary badges. With those blessed gems, you can go to Teliabelis and sense your legendary equipment. You use send high grade equipment and you can send it here. Mass send level is 10. It gets pretty expensive in the number of blessed gems. Next part is Seekers. As you can see, I have several stats, several orbs, 3 green, 2 red, 1 purple. Those you can get them from Icorice's weapons and equipment. And the next one is from Amphis's weapon. You can get usually cheap Fish's weapons in market, like for example Morimponia ones, Nacho ones. Normally you can get armors, they are not really expensive. Here you have a cannon. This will make the second Seeker. But normally people just farm in high level maps for this nice equipment, like these ones, and then they use the Magnifies to try to get the mass number of spheres in each equipment, and then they use the Sandra's blue ones, Sandra's Magnifiers, to try to get the kinds of spheres that they want. For example, I will try to get 3 green and 1 purple for strength, dex and scone and critical rate. After you get the kinds of spheres that you want, you will use the identify to get the kinds of spheres, like in my case, strength, dex and scone and critical rate, and later you will use the red Sandra's Detailed Magnifier to get the values up to the maximum if possible. Also you have the equipment ready. Let's pick one for example. Not ready, but for showing will help. Go again to Teliabelis, take with you Sierra Powder, that you can get also from challenging models in high level areas. Buy some Icor Station Kit. Each one, if fails, it reduces potential in 1. Select a stack Icor, put your equipment there, then your Icor Station there. As you see, it will cost 143 Sierra Powder and to survive extract. If it fails, it will lose 1 potential. We will not do it yet, this armor is not ready. If it gets to out of pot, 0 potential, then you should use golden icos to not break the equipment. Also, you can do an Icor Transmutation using 2 pieces of equipment and get 1 random Icor from the 2. It is pretty expensive and probably not worthy of it. The chance of a successful extraction is 10%, so out of 10 tries you are bound to get your Icor. and if fails with 8 normal tries, just use 1 or 2 golden echoes can do the work, unless you are very unlucky. Also, you have to decor, just equip to your equipment. You can have 2 equips in each piece, 1 random and 1 physical. After that, it is the awakening. For example, awakening critical rate or awakening physical attack. For that, you will need an alchemist. Probably in channel 1 there will be some. Here we have awakening roulette, art shops. Just put the equipment pieces that you want to awaken. You will need an awakening stone. You can get them from the log calendar bonus or from fishing. Also, several events tend to give them, and some other secrets that you will get doing challenge modes. If you don't have an awakening stone, it will cost 1 potential each awakening try. Also, awakening will give you a random bonus. Next is Enchanted Stat. For Enchanted Stat, you will need enchant jewels. You can get them from breaking equipment or from events. Also, you can get legendary enchant jewels for 20,000 badges. You can buy up to 3 daily. They are pretty expensive, but are probably really worthy. You can get very high enchantments like this one, critical rate almost 20%, main weapon damage 10%. These kinds of enchantments you can get them with the legend enchant jewels. Lesser jewels can get them too, but they are really rare to get so high enchantments. And lastly, the gems. You can get them daily, buying them from Geralda's brothers, Geralda's family. For example, in Fedimia we have it here. You can buy him gems daily. The price will increase with each buy, but it will reset with the new day. He can give gems up to level 6, and then you will need to get them up in level using either abrasives or other jewels to feed them. You can get abrasives doing uphill content. Also, you can buy them here for some budgets. As you can see here, you can buy also awakening stones and gem abrasives. Medal of Honor Boruta for Boruta equipment. As you can see, equipment in Tree of Savior has lots of capes. And lastly, and a really important one, is the set. For example, in the bow I have the Smuggy set, but I am already using Ataka set. To get sets, you will either need Pamoka Solutions. We'll go to Claypeda to show you about the Pamoka Solutions. or set items like Morimponia Crowns or Mirror Chains. Here you have the Alchemist. He can also transfer a Awakening bonus from one equipment to another, and enchantment bonus from one equipment to other. You can buy here Pamoka bottles that you will need to fill just by playing and getting exp. They will be filles, and sunset filles, they can be used to make sets. You can then use them raw. For example, I will apply set the stats. And then you should use either Pamoka Solution, Morimponia Crown, or Mirror Chain, and then you can select the set. For example, with Pamoka Solution Raw, you can get Goduma, Gimas, or Smoogies. It is 17 bottles just for the weapon. It is pretty expensive. It is 70 millions just in bottles. Also, you can use Morimponia Crowns that you can get from Morimponia Roulette. It will require 12 crowns to make one item with crowns. Well, to make one set, one full set. 2 crowns for each armor piece, 4 for weapon, or Mirror Chains that you can craft by doing mushrooms and using the fragments to get the types. Mirror Chain. It requires 3 Pamoka Solutions and 1 Plenium for each chain. And you will require 12 also, 2 for each armor, 4 for weapon. Either Morimponia and Mirror Chains have the Romo sets. People right now use a lot attack set. It is done using Mirror Chains. It is a pretty strong set. That means that every time you do a critical hit, you will do the same damage just beside you. The damage will be shared among all enemies and divided among them. If it is only one enemy, he will just take the critical damage again. If you have a full set and a Bruta Sea level 3 for Dragon Strength, it will do double the critical damage to that enemy. So if you do 5 million damage with a critical, it will do 10 million just for the set. It is passive 1, so it is pretty easy to use. And just 1 sec cooldown. Smoogies is just an active 1. Right now I am just on attacker, but this is already Smoogies before. That almost doubles your damage for 20 seconds. 25 if you have a Brutal Seal level 3. I must say that they will be increases in future to 25 and 20 seconds increase, making it a lot stronger. And those sets will make you a lot stronger in the game. Well, I hope this video was useful for you, and happy and good luck playing.